before 1947, both of these countries were one, a big chunk of the subcontinent. The people belonging to this region had pretty much the same background, culture, and were all Desi. The only problem was that this land was invaded by foreigners. When these foreigners decided to leave, some leaders thought that it would be in the best interest for India to partition, whereby India would be a land for the Hindus and Pakistan would be a land for the Muslims. So just like that, a line was drawn on the map and the two countries were divided. Years passed and a sort of innate enmity grew between the two countries. Each side's kids were naturally taught to hate the other country or regard them as enemies. This was obviously fueled by the fact that movies were made to gaining nationalistic advantage over stereotypical prejudices. I'll be honest, as a child of Pakistan, I also subconsciously began to dislike India from an early age. It was only after I grew up and gained a wider perception that I realized how wrong I was. But the truth is, there are many out there who still have this sense of enmity towards the other country. There is absolutely no reason to carry on a grudge. Not all Pakistanis hate Indians and not all Indians hate Pakistanis. How can you hate a person who comes from a similar background, speaks a similar language, laughs at the same jokes, dances to the same kind of music? Isn't that something bizarre? In December 2011, a delegation of 5 students from Delhi came to Karachi, out of which 2 stayed at my house. They were Indians. And here is what one of them had to say about the trip.
Assalamu alaikum, namaste friends. I'm a management graduate from the University of Delhi. I want to share my experience of making a family in Pakistan. Well, nobody ever either in India or in Pakistan receives a formal education in hating the other. Yet like most naive youngsters out there, disliking Pakistan came naturally to me. It was in 2005 that I befriended a student delegation from Lord's International, Lahore, that I realized that across the border too, people actually live lives. They talk, they think, they smile, they joke, they have aspirations like any of us. That encounter only served the purpose of eradicating hatred out of my mind for Pakistan. So it was after my maiden visit to Karachi in December 2011 that I truly realized how grossly misinformed and misunderstood we in India are about Pakistan. I was fortunate to interact with hundreds of people from all walks of life, be it youngsters of my age, senior citizens, professionals, businessmen, media persons, or even people who are not very well educated. I did not come across one single individual, even a single person who had an attitude of hostility towards India or Indians. I met some of the most genuine people in Karachi. I have no words to describe how royal we were made to feel. Hats off to you people. Before signing off, let me quote the words of Franklin D. Roosevelt, who said, "The only thing to be feared is fear itself." We human beings generally fear things that we don't understand well. I therefore hope that we continue and scale up to such noble initiatives and better understanding for others.
So to conclude, I just want to say to all the people in South Asia, it's very easy to hate on one another without any rational reason. No one can erase the mess of history, but what we can do is create a bondage. Let's promise each other across the border to end the cycle of hatred. There should be love, harmony, respect, and friendship amongst the two countries. You can partition the countries, but you cannot partition the hearts.